right now, and making it tough for teams. And they've definitely improved in 2024 than probably the first half of the season. And the biggest reason for me, or one of the reasons that's helped this, is the role of Kai Havertz. Now, Kai Havertz has been mocked a little bit at the start of the season. And again, when he came in, you're not quite sure where he fits in. And to be honest, I've never been quite sure what his position is. I think finding out he's a centre forward. I'm not saying he's going to be an unbelievable goal scorer, because he's not. But he's a centre forward. And he is helping Arsenal doing what they're doing right now, which is basically being so strong defensively. And that's what's given them a great chance to win the Premier League. And I just want to look at some of the clips from the weekend. Now, what I find interesting is that I've seen them in the last few weeks that when they've gone away to Manchester City or they've gone away to Tottenham, they get into a really deep block. Now, sometimes you can say, OK, they're away at the rivals. But we've also highlighted on this show, Arsenal are as good as anybody at pressing from the front, going man-to-man, winning that ball high up the pitch. But you don't often see a top team then almost play like a team near the bottom. Now, that's not a criticism, that's a praise. Because these attacking players are working that hard to get back behind the ball. And that's why it's so difficult to play against Arsenal right now.
Just see the impact that it has when Kai Havertz starts as a number 9 for Arsenal in those 10 games. They concede, well, half as many. Possession's down a bit, but look at the number of long passes, because they see him as a different route to getting the ball forward as well. He has such an impressive aerial duel record too, and wins possession in the final third. He certainly helps the team do that. This is a new one for us, compact state, which is when the distance between a team's outfield players is no more than 25 metres for at least 6 seconds while defending. So that's what Jamie was talking about. And you see that with Havertz as a number 9, their compact state is much more frequent. That's a 22% jump from the games in which he is not as a number 9 for Arsenal this season. And this, I think, also helps to explain why, when we look at the highest distance per 90 minutes by central strikers this season, he's clocking 11.5 kilometres when starting as a number 9. I'm sure you look at these numbers, Ashley. What do you make of that? What does that tell you about him?
You can tell how much work he's been getting through during the game.
Does that surprise you, that figure?
I think it does, especially how much distance he's actually covered, because you expect a central midfielder to be covering distances like that or more than that. Whereas as a striker that actually plays as a false number 9, the amount of work that he's actually getting through to get to them numbers is incredible. And it's obviously the work for the team that he's been doing. And like you say, Jamie said, people were thinking, well, what position is he? Is he a striker or is he not? I think he's showing that, he's a striker, he can play as a false 9, he's getting goals and, he's getting the benefits of all the work he's putting in the game.
What I thought was really interesting in the stats, we looked at the compact state, that we'd looked at that this morning. But what's really interesting is, even with him as a number 9, they win the ball more higher up the pitch as well. So they're in this compact, state further back. But actually, when they're pressing forward and they're going man-to-man, we've highlighted in this show, with him in the team, they're actually doing that even better as well. So, I mean, the impact he's having on the team, they've got a great song for him, having the Arsenal fans love it. It's actually a catchy tune. I sing it now and again myself. But he's having a real impact on this team, and I don't think anyone sort of envisaged that at the start of the season.